He says he canceled it.
Cancel.
So I'm just going to sit here until he sends me another ride.
I can't send you a ride. You have to.
Only you can order another ride.
If this is not a police issue, then I will hang up, but I'm not getting out of this car in the dark.
Hey everyone, Chris here from Real Rideshare Stories. If you're new to the channel and you're looking for different things within the rideshare industry, whether it's updates to what's going on, news, tips and tricks for passengers and drivers, or what actually happens on real rideshare rides, start now by hitting that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Also, make sure to check the description below for other helpful information and tips. So that at the beginning is a 911 call from a passenger and also a driver, which I will be playing in just a few moments. And this is a crazy story that happened in Portland, and we're just going to get right into it. So now this article that I'm going to be referencing right here is from the Oregonian, and a link will be in the description below. So if you want to check out this article, then you can. And it's titled, Portland City Commissioner Joanne Hardesty calls 911, refuses to get out of Lyft car after driver cancels ride. Now, I am going to take a few things from this article, and if you want to read the entire thing, you can, because it is a pretty long article, and it actually has the 911 call pretty much put out into words for you. So if you want to read through that, then you can. But we're going to play the audio from that call after I go through this. So for this particular Karen, because this is exactly kind of what a Karen is, and it started off very bad at the beginning because it was Portland Commissioner Joanne Hardesty, aka Karen, ordered a pickup at Washington's Ilani Casino Resort last week. I don't know if that's how you really say it. I don't live in that area, so I have no idea. But it says Hardesty got upset over a mix-up about where she was waiting for the car. Then she didn't want the windows open for ventilation because she was cold. Then she wouldn't get out of the car when the driver cut the ride short and tried to drop her off at a gas station miles from home. So right off the bat, I'm sure many drivers that are just hearing that first part of it where there was a mistake on where the pickup was actually happening, because he was assuming it was the front door to the casino. She was actually at a side door, and then giving him trouble and attitude when he was the one who was following where the pickup was. She was in the wrong and didn't want to take blame for it. What would you do in that circumstance? Cancel already, or would you try to continue the ride and take her wherever she was going? So start off with that comment and comment below what you would do. All right, so this happened November 1st, and it ended with dueling calls to 911. And again, I will be playing that in just a few minutes. And a request from Hardesty for police to respond, even though a dispatcher repeatedly told her that no crime had been committed. So the encounter puts a spotlight on Hardesty at a time when the veteran politician has worked to shift money away from Portland police budget and tried to find alternatives to relieve police of handling a flood of 911 reports on scenarios that don't involve crimes. Hardesty oversees Portland's emergency dispatch system. So right there, you can see a lot of problems. So already she's trying to defund the police, but yet she's dialing 911 because she's having a problem. And the driver said he was going to be calling 911 in the first place to get her out of the car, even though she was refusing to leave after he canceled the ride. So you could see how this is going to paint her in a real negative light. And again, Karen. All right, and then it says the commissioner didn't respond to messages for comment, but the office released a copy of a complaint that Hardesty sent to Lyft. She said that the driver was angry and he blamed her for the misunderstanding over the pickup location. She wrote that it was totally inappropriate to expect a woman to get out of a vehicle in the dead of night. Now, the two emergency calls are documented in Clark County dispatch records, and audio is obtained by the Oregonian, Oregon Live, through a public records request. So again, you can listen to them, and we will have them on in a little bit. And it says Richmond Frost Beaverton, a Lyft driver for 4 years who handled more than 18,000 rides, so he knows what he's doing, said he didn't realize his fare was Hardesty until it was all over. He said he's now concerned about the publicity and how it could affect his Lyft license. And hopefully it won't, because no matter what, he's in the right. He has the ability to stop the ride at any time or cancel the ride altogether at the beginning or in the middle. So if she's giving him attitude in that, he can do that if he wants. And it's funny because the 911 operator says the exact same thing. So it was pretty interesting. So She was not a pleasant person, Frost said. That has nothing to do with her political position as a Portland council person. I'm out here doing my job. She was very disrespectful to me, made me uncomfortable. I don't feel like I have to sit in a car for anyone to have to argue unrelentingly and be rude and abusive, telling me what I have to do in my own vehicle. So again, if that's how he's feeling, he is in full right in Uber and Lyft's eyes to be able to cancel the ride. And he did the right thing. They were on a highway. He stopped at a gas station, which is well lit, and said, "Ride's over, please get out." She refused. So that's where it escalated a little bit more. And it says Frost's account starts when he was clearing a fare in Vancouver and accepted a pickup request from a customer named Joanne. He drove about 25 minutes north to the casino in Ridgefield and pulled up to the front entrance. He said he waited 5 minutes with no sign of his fare, so he called her. That's pretty typical for drivers to do, especially if you think that you're at the right pickup spot, but she wasn't really standing there. So it kind of went south from there. Frost said she wasn't happy. She didn't understand where I was. He soon figured out Hardesty was waiting at a side entrance and drove to meet her there. So he tried to do what he can do to make sure that the ride happened. And many drivers will probably do that as well and try to take the ride and make things go better. But unfortunately, it just kept going down from there. And that's kind of where the problem started right there. So again, that's why I asked, would you have canceled the ride right then and there, or would you have taken it, especially driving 25 minutes for that pickup? But so it says, once in his car, Hardesty was perturbed that he had trouble finding her. He said he grabbed his phone from the bindle on the dashboard and showed her where the pin drop indicated her location, but that didn't seem to assuage her displeasure, he said. And again, that's what we have to follow. Unless you say something as a rider that says, "Oh, I'm at the side entrance," or "Oh, I'm here or there." We don't know. We drive to the pin location, wait that 5 minutes. For Lyft, you have to call the passenger before you can cancel the ride. And so he was just following protocol. So again, I just wanted to calm her down, make her understand that I'm not a rookie. I know what I'm doing, Frost said. She didn't want to hear any of that. She just wasn't happy with that. She probably lost a ton of money at the casino, but that's just my speculation. That's probably why you're not too happy. But either way, as he started to drive out the casino lot, Hardesty told him that he needed to roll up the windows, that she couldn't ride with them down. Again, regulations do not allow that. So you can do what you want in your own car. If you want to roll up your windows, you can. But again, you're supposed to keep them open at least a little bit to get fresh air in, have that circulation going, and make sure things are going to be good as per Uber, Lyft's regulations and policies, as well as CDC regulations and also state and local. So the car windows on the front driver's side and front passenger side were cracked open to allow for air circulation as a safeguard due to the pandemic. Again, perfect. According to Lyft's website, the company's new rules for the road during the pandemic recommended keeping the car windows open. He rolled up the windows slightly, but kept them open a sliver, telling Hardesty that the windows were open for safety purposes since they couldn't be 6 feet apart and in the confined space of the car. I did say it's for my safety and your safety, but that was like pouring gas on her fire, Frost said. She demanded that I close the windows right there. She was kind of ballistic at that point. So again, just something going worse and worse as time goes on. And he said he pulled onto the Interstate 5 south, but decided to take the next exit when he said Hardesty wouldn't let up in demanding that he close the windows. So I made a decision. It would be in the best interest for both of us to cancel the ride, Frost said. He took the first exit south of Ridgefield. He spotted Chevron to the west of the freeway and pulled in there. It's lit up like a football field. It's safe. It's warm. She could order another Lyft or Uber, whatever she wants to do, and I could be done and get on with my work, he said. He thought. Now, that's good. You know, again, you don't want to drop somebody off in nowhere or in the middle of the road or something. He pulled up where there was a gas station. So, again, kudos to him. But Hardesty's anger boiled over. Frost said she told him, well, no, either you're going to take me back to the casino or you're going to take me to my destination, Karen. Hardesty, he said, told him that she'd already paid for the ride, but Frost said he canceled the trip and no money has been exchanged. He pulled close to the front door of the gas station's convenience store, but Hardesty wouldn't get out of his four-door black 2019 Hyundai Ioniq. Frost asked her if he'd have to call the police to have her removed, and she told him, go ahead. So then Hardesty herself dialed 911 at 9:48 from the back seat. So that is what happened when it came to the story, setting it up into them dialing 911, and where Hardesty called 911 first before him. And so here you go. This is Joanne's call to the cops.
911, what's your emergency?
Well, I got a Lyft driver that decided he would just drop me off at a filling station and he wants me to get out, and I'm not getting out of the car in the dark at a filling station. Not happening. All because I asked him to put the window up, but I'm not leaving. He says I have to get out of his car, or he's calling the police, so I decided to call for him.
Okay. I mean, technically it's his property and you have a civil agreement. There's no crimes involved.
Well, he said he was calling the cops. I told him he's not going to leave me on
It's not a crime to call the cops.
Well,
I mean, I could have the officer. What was that?
I said I am not going to allow him to leave me on the side of the road. I paid for a ride, and he canceled it. He says he canceled it. So I'm just going to sit here until he sends me another ride.
I can't send you a ride. You have
Only you can order another ride.
This is not a police issue that I will hang up, but I'm not getting out of this car in the dark.
Do you understand that only you can order another ride?
Well, I didn't cancel the ride. He canceled the ride.
Which is his obligation as a human being on the face of the earth to cancel a contract like that. It's not a crime. That's part of your user license agreement when you accept taking rides with strangers. So I can have an officer come out, but they're not going to be able to make him stay there.
Well, I mean, he can't go anywhere because I'm not moving until another car comes. So, all right.
Okay. So I can have officers come out. Where are you?
I don't know where I am. I'm at
you're at the Chevron on I.
don't even know where he is.
The Chevron.
Apparently, I'm at the Chevron.
In what city?
In Richfield.
What's your name?
My name is Joanne Hardesty.
All right, we'll have officers come out.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
So that is Joanne's 911 call to dispatch, and it was pretty funny how he was being with her because he was just telling how it is. He's like, he has the right to be able to cancel a ride. It's his property. He pretty much was saying you're in the wrong without him actually saying it. So kudos to him for doing that and knowing that. So that might be something that, unfortunately, they may had to put up with a number of times already, having drivers calling to get people out of cars because they're acting like Karen. So now we're going to get to Frost's 911 call, and here you go.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
Well, let me see if I can tell you here. I'm at the Chevron station on the I-5 Ridgefield exit.
Okay.
I can't see the address where I am, but
I'm showing that as 5801 Pioneer Street.
If it's right on the freeway, it's literally on the freeway of I-5 in Ridgefield.
Mm-hmm. That's a Pioneer, right?
I believe it's Pioneer. I'm not from here.
Okay. Can you just verify your phone number for me in case we get disconnected?
I sure can.
Thank you. And what's your name?
My name is Richmond Frost, F-R-O-S-T.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
Well, I've got a customer that I canceled the ride. I'm a rideshare driver, and I canceled the ride, and I'm taking her off the freeway to the filling station so that she can order another ride. I canceled the ride, so she's no longer, involved or engaged with me. She's refusing to get out of my car.
Okay.
So I just need somebody to tell her she can't. She's happy to get another ride. She can perfectly do that.
Yeah.
Get another driver, but she's refusing to do that.
And she's in your car now. Are you in there with her?
Yeah. I'm just sitting in my front seat. She's in the back seat. I can step out of the vehicle if she'd like me to do that.
Oh, no, that's okay. And she's already called us. Is that right?
Yeah, she called.
Okay. Yeah, we do have a call entered, and Richfield police officer is dispatched to the call as of right now. Unless they get diverted for another emergency or whatnot, they should be coming to you. Does she have any weapons or anything like that on her?
I doubt it.
Okay. Richmond, how do you spell your last name?
Frost, F-R-O-S-T.
Oh, Frost. Okay, I heard it wrong. And say your phone number for me one more time. I apologize. I just am adding your information into her call instead of creating a new one.
Yeah, no, it's no problem.
Okay. Do you know her name?
I think she said it was Joanne.
Okay.
And that's what I think I had on my phone.
Okay. All right, and she hasn't been violent or anything like that, right?
No, she's just refusing to get out of the car.
Okay. Okay. All right. Have you had any contact with someone that has or is thought to have coronavirus?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. And then any flu or COVID-like symptoms?
No.
Okay. All right. Looks like they are driving there to you now. If anything changes before they get there, I want you to give us a call back, okay?
Okay, thank you very much, officer.
Yep. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Now, that was Frost's call to 911, and they did show up, and just after the police showed up, another Lyft car showed up. So I feel bad for that driver as well, too, because I'm sure she was not very pleasant when it came down to it as well. But either way, again, if you want to check out that article, read in full everything that happened, then you can. But still, very crazy what happened. And just another reason why you want to be a little bit more selective sometimes on the trips you take. And yes, I understand because I've done it many times where you should maybe have canceled beforehand, but usually you can smooth the situation out. Unfortunately, there are people out there that just are like that and think they're going to be always right and tell you what to do, thinking they're entitled. And again, a perfect example of what a Karen actually is. All right, now that's the end of the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications so you'll be notified every time a new video is uploaded. Also, make sure to check the description below for other helpful information and tips. And as always, never drink and drive. Always tip your drivers, your delivery drivers, and your shoppers. And we'll see you next time.
And at the end of the day, the message is clear. Don't mess with the Uber driver. Leave the Uber driver alone.